everyone, welcome back to another Cat Above with Chris. It's Sunday. I'm actually going to be playing my first game of football since September last year when I broke my arm. I'm going to be wearing a wrist splint and everything just to sort of hold it together. It can't get any worse than it is really, can it? And it is a friendly between the clubs, so it'll be Mandra City versus Mandra City. And I'm really looking forward to it. So that being said, I dropped my daughter off at work today. She's working for 6 hours today and that's her longest shift. So we'll see how she goes with that, but she's whinged and moaned about every other shift, whether they be 3 hours or whatever, so we'll see how she goes tonight. Anyway, Swedish Sunday once again. Gron, Lycka, Troll, bergamot and grape. Made by Karina over in Sweden. Now this comes in this little tin. The labels aren't waterproof, so I try and keep the top lid miles away. The bottom label is starting to wear away quite considerably, so I'm just going to wet my face. I've got 2 days growth. Wet my face. I'll have a little drink of coffee from my Sanchuro mug. Just a black coffee, strong black coffee. Right, I've got a little bit of water sitting on here. Now you don't have to soak this soap at all, I can assure you, it's very, very good soap. It's really good. Now the scent on it is so natural and it smells brilliant. Now the soap looks like that, it's actually a greener colour, but it's quite light because I've had the water on top. Oh, it just smells like natural grapey goodness with a little bit of that bergamot, that orangey type scent. Beautiful. Now the brush in the rotation is my Pasteur's 2017 NB Shade brush. This has got a 25mm Black Wolf fan knot made by Nathan Clark over in the States. This is a beautiful little brush. He makes lovely brushes, Nathan. Right, here we go. Let's get it loaded up. It's a little bit messy loading up with this knot because this is quite a fair bit of backbone, this knot, so I'm going to load it down near the sink. It's been set very, very well and it's a good quality knot. All the Black Wolf knots from Peter Wolf over at Wolf Whiskers are great. I don't know which company in China makes his knots, well, whether it is China actually, I shouldn't really just presume, but I'm sort of assuming that they're made in China along with all the other synthetic knots and badger hair knots and you know, as much as I want to try and give to my local community and give to Australia and obviously Scotland and the UK and things like that, countries that I don't mind purchasing from, and America as well. It's very hard. It's almost near impossible. Right, that's me loaded. I'm not going to get any more in than that. Beautiful. It's near impossible to buy things these days that haven't been touched or made by China in some way or another. And I know a lot of that's political, it's certainly massively political really. And something I'm just really not that interested in. I'm not a politics type of guy. I probably am, and I just don't really know it. But I certainly don't run around shouting from the highest towers, you know, who I support, who I don't support. If I had my own choice, I wouldn't vote for anyone, to be honest. I'll just leave it as it is. It doesn't matter who you get in. That's what it looks like once you've lathered from it. You can see there that label is starting to look really tattered. 3.7 ounces, and it's got on here, shaving soap with a fresh blend of citrus, jojoba oil and coconut milk gives moisture and softens the skin. Store at normal room temperature. I'm just going to sit that upside down to start drying and start creating the lather. So I'm going to be using the feather Shavette today. Now on the topic of Swedish soaps, I had a subscriber, I'm assuming it's a subscriber, comment on my Swedish witch soap with the black peppermint first shave with a wick, saying that he purchased a tallow and a vegetal base from Sarah, who is the Swedish witch who makes the soaps, and he's had nothing but terrible lathers, watery lathers. I don't know what to say to him really. I like to think I've spent the last 4 years building up a reputation of honesty. recommending things that work. I mean, you can see how good this is going to be. I've not even started putting water in yet. I know this isn't Swedish Witch, but they're both very good soaps. But I haven't had a bad lather from Swedish Witch, and even when it's not been the best lather, it's still had all the properties that I would expect from a quality artisan, all the slickness and glide and things. So I'm actually quite disappointed, really. I feel like I'm sort of partly to blame. This bloke's popped some money on some soap, and I've recommended it because it is great soap. I can't not recommend it, because for me it's one of the best soaps out there. Of course everyone is different, everyone will have different water, different lathering techniques, different brushes, but I've used that soap with practically every brush in the den now. Badger, boa, I think I might have even used horsehair when I had it, synthetic, but then again I can lather pretty much anything with a synthetic brush these days. It just seems to work. Apart from Williams mug soap and probably Bulldog, because that stuff looked terrible as well. I'm just dipping the whole brush, pretty much the whole knot in the water, and painting the water into the lather. If you watched my shave 2 days ago, well, it wasn't actually 2 days ago, it was recorded 2 days ago. Going back to the carved stainless with the A plate, and I had a fantastic shave. I'm actually putting that shave down to the fact that I've learned so much from shaving with a Shavette in terms of stretching the skin and finding that light touch. I have in the past been very guilty of using far too much pressure. Look at how nice this is so far. In fact, you know what? I might even leave it at that. I can make a massive voluminous lather with this. Oh, what the heck? It's Sunday and I'm playing football. Let's make a big lather. Yeah, so our restrictions eased drastically yesterday, Saturday the 6th of June. So as of today we can play team sports again, full contact. Our active cases in Western Australia have jumped up again, albeit all of those cases have come from foreign lands or from ships or planes, that sort of thing. So I think as of yesterday, or Friday, we had 30 confirmed cases. We've had no more deaths. All those cases, none of them are in hospital, so none of them are critical at the moment, which is great. Right, I'm just going to rinse this handle off a little bit because I've got a lot of soap on it. I've actually done very well with it today, and I think if I'd stuck to my sort of initial plan of not building a massive lather, I wouldn't have had to be doing this, cleaning the brush handle off. It's quite a short handle, so it's, I mean, look how good this is. I'm just going to paint some water in there. The brush is loaded, my face is loaded. Let's pick up the razor. I would have a drink of coffee, but I'll get it all over the lather. The razor, as you guys know, it's the Ferrer Artist Club stainless steel Shavette. It's got, I don't know how many shaves, loads of shaves on it now. It's got a couple of head shaves on it, this blade. It's done its fair share of work. And at the cost of them, they're quite expensive. The amount of shaves per blade, per cost, is very minimal and worth the money now, in my opinion. Definitely worth the money. Like I say, I was gifted this from Craig Stanley over at Face Fat, so I'm still very, very appreciative of that. And this I love this razor. It's given me a real newfound sort of love. I still love wet shaving, but this razor in particular has really reignited that passion that I never really left. Got one of the wife's hairs here. Happy days. Not. And I'm certainly still not up to old Diamond Dave standard, but I'm getting there. I'm still looking at probably another maybe 6 months to a year, really, in all honesty, to really master a Shavette and feel like it is as good as it's going to be. I'll add it's just a little bit dry, not too dry, but just a little bit. It is clinging onto the razor, it doesn't want to let go, but it does eventually. Right, just fill this sink back up. Your slickness is wonderful. Or as Jill would say, stupendous. It's a good word, stupendous, isn't it? Fucking hairs everywhere. But I'm still bloody knackered as well, I tell you. I don't think the kids obviously don't realise, you know, when you're young and sprightly, getting up at 6 in the morning, you can cope with that every day for a long time. As you get older, it gets worse. some chance. So I'm trying to try and do things in one stroke. I'm still doing this and it doesn't help with irritation, and I still get the same shave, I believe, if I just do one stroke, because it's, I whip my nose off there. See that? It's not a massive difference in irritation, but I do feel it. I do, generally in areas. In specific areas, I do feel it. Right, against the grain. Wonderful. It really is fantastic. It's so smooth, and this is done, I think 20 plus shaves now it must be. I mean, it's not quite as easy to use as a DE, obviously. You've got to move the angle of the blade as you come around curves and things. You've got to really think about it. Now, I will say, once you get used to it, you get a bit better with it. It just flows and it works. I'm still not a master at it, I never will be. I don't think is there really such thing unless you're an Italian barber or a quality barber somewhere. I mean, I think the closest you could honestly get to a sort of domestic master would be your Dave Cards, you know, even your Johans, and I mean there's other guys that are up and coming that have been shaving with Shavette for a long time, you know, and Elmio shaves, Leroy over there, his shaves have come on heaps, they're massive amounts of heaps. I mean, he still takes 37 minutes to lather, which is something, nothing to be sniffed at really, you know, I mean I can't get anywhere near that. I used to remember watching his videos and thinking, right in the beginning, I take ages to lather, I'm not having a go for how long it takes at all. But I used to watch his videos and think, right, we're 15 minutes in now, when are you going to load your brush? He's a fucking good lad, he's a good lad. There's no meal, old Leroy. Very humble person. And it's been interesting sort of hearing his religious side of things as well. And you know, I'm not a religious man at all. And I'll be honest with you, you'll never change me. It would take a miracle to change me. So I do believe in miracles, believe it or not. I do believe things like that. So which is strange because of this almost unbiblical sort of thing in it. It's that bit I struggle with this blade, it just doesn't get close enough. actually scratch that. It does get close enough, I just have to spend more time. I'm not confident enough to just go and it's done, you know what I mean? That's exactly what I was thinking there. Just about to say, I might actually get through a full shave here without a weave and smack and get one. I think I've just got myself right there. I did look, I don't believe it. It was just in my head, I just thought about it now and then smack. Fucking, I knew that would happen. I knew it. It was too good to be true. I'm trying to put a bit of wetness here. But other than that, one weeper, I just don't believe it. It was actually more, I would say it's more of a nip than a weeper. Actually, I felt it go over the top. It's full of sound effects today, I tell you. You'll be having your shaves then, you're going all the way through it, you'll be sorted. Look at that bastard. Absolute. And that was an absolutely fantastic shave as well. And that means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It was just one tiny little thing at the end. All that's done is create a noise from what would otherwise have been almost, for me, perfection. Unbelievable. Why do I have these thoughts? Everything else, pretty good, pretty darn good. But I have to really highlight the fact that Shavette shaving is something you have to do when you're at least a little bit awake and you're feeling reasonably good. I mean, I feel pretty good today. Tired, but I feel pretty awake, I feel pretty good mentally and all that sort of stuff. And I think you need a little bit of that when you're using something where you need some mental focus. It's not clean out really quick. It's not the kind of shave that you want to do when you're mentally fatigued or tired. Unless it's just like, and you can just do it. Hey, more sound effects. I tell you what, we've got it all on this channel. Apart from here. Good smashing, beautiful. Bloody bastard, look at that. Do you know what, I'm just going to hit that. don't normally use styptic very often, but it's just annoying me. That's it. Give it a dry off. Certainly a styptic pencil, one of these, I think they're almost a must-have in the shaving den now. Because no matter how good you are and how confident you are, how good your quality is, all that sort of thing, you could have 1,000 shaves in a row without a single bit of blood. You're still putting a blade on your face, and you're always going to run that risk. And to have something you just go and it shuts it off, that's finished now. Post shave is beautiful. It's not great here because that styptic does suck the life out of the post shave. Feels great. I am going to finish off now with, you guessed it, AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum. 1 squirt of that. And here we go. Beautiful passion fruit scent. I don't know how much is left in that bottle, but it's lasted me quite a long time now. I think about 2 or 3 months or so that I've been using it, and I've been really impressed with it. I think it makes a massive difference to the post-shave feel. It heals your skin quick, it gets the redness, and sort of very similar to oil grooming and all these other products that come out. They're very high quality, sucks that redness out and get rid of it. I've just noticed that I think the camera lens is a bit dirty, so hopefully that doesn't convey. But other than that, one weeper, I'm really happy with that. Gron Lycka Troll Bergamot and Grape Organic Shaving Soap, made by Karina Foxson over in Sweden. Beautiful soap, beautiful person. And I was sort of put onto this one by, well, I wasn't sort of, this was sent to me from Johan over at Shave and Butcher, so thanks very much for sending it over once again, mate. I'm looking forward to getting your blades over for the WEC. Can't wait to use the WEC again. And I'm going to save this up, hopefully until they come. Hopefully it's not too long. And I'm going to whip all this off the first pass with the WEC shaver, or the WEC Med Prep blade, with a brand new Kismet blade in it. I can't wait, I really can't wait. The brush was Pasteur's 2017 Envy Shaves brush, made by Nathan Clark over in the States. It's a beautiful little brush, it really is. Lovely handle shape, just stunning, and it almost looks like sort of fire, flames. The razor, there's not much more I can say about this razor. It is what it is, it works beautifully. The Feather Artist Club Shavette. Looks great, feels great, shaves phenomenally well. Well, the blade does at least. But I just thought, the one thing that sells this razor to me and makes it work so well is that double length tang. I can get 2 fingers on there, it gives me much more grip and comfort. And I think in the end, I still think this is going to be my favourite razor out of this in the WEC. We shall see what these new blades bring. And finished off today with AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum, which it still sounds like. There's a fair bit in there. And with that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.